Alright, listen here. Before you get in the comment box and start talking about, oh, your last video was about breakfast, calm down, alright? Take a step back. Let's talk about it. We're all about things that are bite-sized and quick and easy to make during this series of breakfast, okay? And I got another one for you. But instead of the salty and savory side of things, we're going sweet, alright? That's right, mixed berry popovers. Let's get cooking. Alright, you weirdos. First step, grabbing your favorite medium mixing bowl and then adding 3 eggs that have been lightly beaten. Coming up after those eggs, we're adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract right into that bowl. Stick it in there. After that vanilla extract, we're adding in salt, aka my life, but you're adding in a ½ tablespoon. So now into a plastic measuring cup that I definitely did not get from the dollar store, we're adding in 1 cup of milk. After adding in all that lactose that my stomach absolutely hates, we're adding in a 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Then just give it a little mixy whiskey business just to hydrate things. Let them get to know each other. Now that that conversation is flowing, we're going to drown it out with a little bit of butter. Approximately 3 tablespoons of butter that has been melted. Once all that butter is incorporated, we're going to give it a quick whiskey mixy business and let it sit for 5 minutes just to ensure that everything is nice and hydrated. So after a 5-minute resting period, we're adding a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And then obviously we're mixing it once again. So now we're grabbing out that muffin tin and giving it a nice spritz of cooking spray in each one of those little divots. And I said divots again. And if you know what I'm talking about, click above, watch that video. So now what I'm doing here is grabbing a 1/4 cup measuring cup and filling each one of those divots up with a scant amount of batter. Just a little bit under that 1/4 cup. And then this is what you're left with. Now these will go into an oven that has been preheated to 400 degrees and cooked till nice and golden brown, approximately 20 to 25 minutes. Just make sure you rotate them halfway through that cooking time. So while those popovers are baking in that oven, we're going to get started on the filling. So into a medium saucepan, we're adding a ½ cup of water. After adding that water, we're adding in 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and giving it a little stir, trying to dissolve it. Now that I'm happy with the way that that water looks, we're adding in 1 cup of mixed berries. Now I did go ahead and use frozen ones here, just for the quickness of this recipe, but if you do want to substitute it with fresh berries, feel free to go ahead. The final step for this sauce, just kidding, it's not the final step, but the next step is to bring this mixture up to a nice simmer on a medium heat. And this is what it looks like when it simmers. She boiling, she bubbling. Now we're gonna let this cook all the way until all of that liquid has almost evaporated and that sauce thickens up slightly. And obviously the berries start to become tender and not frozen. And how do you know that it's done? Well, you watch the guy doing it on the video and he tells you it's done. But the most simple way is when I drag the spoon away, you can clearly see that separation and liquid does not fill in right away. That's a good jammy consistency. So now we've finished the sauce, and by the time the sauce is finished, the popovers are finished. So all I did was immediately take them out of the pan, turn them out onto a plate. And now it's time to add in our filling. So just in the middle of those little divots that came out of the divot, I can't stop saying it, we're just gonna add that mixed berry sauce in. And then to finish the plate, instead of a nice little sprinkle of powdered sugar across the top, we're just gonna drop absolute bombs. A diabetic's nightmare. But I'm not complaining. I had a little bit of a sweet tooth while making these, and that mixed berry sauce has a nice sweetness to it. The popover batter, not too sweet, it works perfect. So there you have it, mixed berry popovers. Now like every other video, I'm going to tell you that you are going to love this recipe because you are, and they're not just a breakfast item. You can use them for lunch, you can use them for dinner, as long as they're a dessert item, alright? Because dessert comes last. But what I need from you is to leave that beautiful comment down below, like this video with all your might, and share it with your friends. And I'll catch you on the next episode of Fat Boy Cooking.